All right, folks, it's that time of year again. Doing my picks for the 2016 Major League Baseball postseason. Lots of intrigue going on this year, and I got to be honest, I really haven't been following professional baseball a whole lot this year. I just don't know why. I mean, my interest in the sport has kind of been waning since like the mid 2000s. Ever since the Red Sox won the World Series, there's been just no drama. But this year, we do indeed have quite a little story going our way. The Chicago Cubs are the runaway favorite to win the World Series this year, which of course means that the Cubs are going to lose in the most heartbreaking way possible, and it's going to be great for everybody. Um, but yeah, just getting down to the meat of it, we had the wild card games played the last couple of days, so who's going to be playing in the official division series. And I'm just going to go really, really quickly down the line. I really can't be scientific at all here. I can just give you just my general observations from what I've seen from my scant observations of the regular season, and just go from there. So it'll be very quick and dirty. So yeah, in the American League, we got the Texas Rangers taking on the Blue Jays. And if we're not really in the loop on this one, they're got really the makings of a great like Red Wings Avalanche rivalry going on here. They had that game earlier in the year where like people were getting beamed and there were fights and it's just crazy stuff going on. So hopefully this one turns out to be just a really really great slugfest. Lots of senseless violence. Just I'm hoping for all that. That's what you want out of postseason baseball. Remember a couple of years ago when Don Zimmer got put in a headlock? He's like 78 and he's getting like choked out by the Red Sox. And that's what you want to see out of postseason baseball. So yeah, I really can't say that I think one pitching rotation is better than the other, or like the depth of one team more. But just from what I've seen, I think the Blue Jays, they're going in here with a hot hand. The Rangers are a better team overall, but I think the Blue Jays end up getting the upset. They win it in five. No real reason, just observation. I'm going with it. No reason to be mathematical. And the Indians and the Red Sox, once again, I think the Red Sox are a little bit hotter going into this one. They also win it in five. So for the ALCS, I've got the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. All right, going to the National League, I think it's another five-gamer. The Giants, I mean, they're playing very, very well, and I almost want to pull the card to say, getting the Cubs out in the first round of the playoffs would be just hilarious in so many ways. But I'm not. I still think the Cubs have a little bit deeper pitching, and really the Giants only have Madison Bumgarner. And I don't know. I still think he's going to be enough to give them the advantage. It's going to be close, though. It's going to go the distance. But the Cubs, they do win this one to move on to the National League Championship Series. National League, Dodgers at Nationals. The Nationals, I think, are probably the better team overall, but it's the postseason. Fluky things happen. I think the Dodgers win it in five. So in case you've been paying attention, all these series go the maximum distance. They haven't changed like the format though. Like we don't have the divisional games going to seven, do they? They're still stuck at five, right? Okay, just want to make sure. So yeah, all of them go the absolute maximum distance. And looking at the league championship series, I've got the Blue Jays winning in six. I don't know. I mean, I can't really say one reason or another. I mean, they got big bats and everything. The pitching, probably for the Red Sox, might be like a little bit better. But I just think the Blue Jays are sprier, they're younger, they're built to last, and you know what? That happens. You get a hot hand going to the playoffs, and crazy things happen. And Cubs and Dodgers, I think the Cubs do pretty well. They win this one in five out of seven. Just it should be a really good pitching duel. But I just think the Cubs have more depth as far as batting goes, better outfield. Kind of a mismatch, really, when you look at the Dodgers and Cubs in that regard. So that sets up Toronto against the Cubs in the World Series, which is what I picked for my World Series matchup last year. It didn't happen, but I'm assuming it's going to happen this year. And I think this one goes 7 games. It goes the distance. And Toronto wins. Why? Because the Cubs can't win the World Series. Come on, that's like letting Charlie Brown kick the football. I mean, or letting the Buffalo Bills win a Super Bowl. You just can't do that. That's the fun of the game. I mean, what's more, dramatic? Going all the way and not winning a World Series championship in like 100 and something years, or being, 1 for 104. I mean, it's just better to have that going. You know, that's Chicago's thing. I mean, the Bears suck. The Blackhawks probably won't be any good. Derrick Rose is probably out there raping people for the Bulls. So, I mean, this is what you have to hold on to. If the Cubs win, like George Carlin said, it would be the most boring story in the history of humanity. So I'm going to go out there and do what my mentor, Mr. Carlin, said. I'm going to go out there and root for the Cubs to get as far as they possibly can in the series, and then watch them collapse in the most hilarious way possible. And in this case, in my projections, that means losing Game 7 of the World Series to your 2016 Major League Baseball champions, the Toronto Blue Jays. Why? Because Canada. That's why.